Hello guys, welcome back. Welcome back. I just want to give you guys an update on everything that's been going on between Jules and Mika, in this new season of Grey's Anatomy. Because to be honest, things are not looking good for them, and I just wanted to give you guys an update just in case any of you are not watching it.
Like you're together?
Yes. Cell phone number, and he texted me 911 three times in a row.
What did he? She's here. She's getting the best care, and you being cute. You don't owe me anything.
I know.
So basically, if you guys don't know, during season 21, Mika and Jules have decided to give their relationship a shot. It's not like they are in a relationship, they kind of have a complicated situationship going on. So at the beginning, you can see that they finally starting to, have a little bit more of moments together, spending more time together, sharing a lot more, going out on dates, but they are not in a relationship. They are in a stage where they are trying to figure out, what to do with this whole connection that they have going on. But it looks like things quickly took a negative turn because of everything that actually ends up happening. So as they are at this moment where they are just spending time together, they want to take the next step and be intimate with one another. But it always seems like something comes in the way of that moment of coming. Either it's Jules, either it's Mika. There's always something just never allow them to have that moment together. So that also quickly took a very tragic turn, because in this case Mika actually found out that her sister has cancer, and she was just at the headspace that she cannot proceed no relationship with nobody, and so actually ends up sitting down in this case with Jules and tell her, hey, right now this is what's going on with my sister. I don't have the headspace to pursue anything. All I want for you right now is just for you to be my friend. I would definitely appreciate that, because that's what I need right now. And basically, at that very moment, Mika have decided to put a pause on her and, Jules' situationship. So later on, while in this case Mika's sister was going through, the cancer treatment for her to get prepared for surgery and all of that chemotherapy in this case, you can see that Jules was very present for Mika. She was always checking in on her, and her sister in the hospital to make sure they straight they don't need anything, that, in this case Mika is also taking care of herself, getting rest, because you can just see that Mika is overworking herself, but also at the same time she's trying to be the best sister she can be, to be there for her baby sister while she's going through this difficult moment. And Jules was definitely just doing her part as a caring person. She just really wanted to make sure that her and her sister is okay, always checking in, making sure, she's eating, she's just, basically more of the story taking care of herself. And later on, things also took a quickly turn, because at that moment, Jules and Mika, they realized that even though they have a romantic connection and they want to be together, they realized at that very moment that no matter what happens right now, they're not going to be together until this whole, health situation with Mika's sister, is overcome. So at that point, Jules was already making, like, realizing that, yeah, maybe it's just not going to happen. But things quickly took a turn when, in this case, when Jules and Mika, they were, they actually saved a patient's life together, and Mika actually had a very big role in it, because she was actually the one that was basically doing the majority of the work. But obviously the patient was under Jules, visualization, so Jules actually ended up getting the credit for it. But Jules, just knowing that Mika needs that extra credit of work, that her, getting her mind off her sister's situation, would do her good, so she actually ends up telling the doctor, hi, it wasn't me that did it, Mika was actually the person who basically handled it all. So, I would highly, appreciate if she could take the surgery and not me. And of course, there's also a way of Jules helping out Mika, because she knows she needs that extra hours when it comes to also, her not, falling so much back when it comes to her career and job. So basically, Mika stayed to have the surgery, but after the surgery, she was so exhausted. So the next day, her sister could finally go home. So when they were on their way home in the car, while Mika was driving, unfortunately, they got into this very horrific car accident, because Mika was so exhausted. She could barely keep her eyes open. Her sister was, in the passenger seat, and the worst happened. Yes, I guess at this point, you guys can put one and one together. And yes, they got into a very bad car accident, and they were rushed to the hospital. So at that moment when they were rushed to the hospital, you can see that in this case, Mika's sister, Claudia, her legs was in severe, situation and in severe risk. She was operated. It looks like the operation went good, but when it came to the recovery process, unfortunately her sister passed away. And at that same moment, in this case, Mika was also getting surgery because her liver was really damaged. So, and she was losing also a lot of blood, so they were trying their best, to make sure that Mika survives. And actually Mika end up surviving, but she actually ends up going into a coma for days and days and days and days. But all her friends and all her support system was there for her to make sure that she's really well taken care of, because at this point Mika doesn't know yet the news when it comes to her sister passing away. So the moment when Jules realized that Mika's sister passed away, of course she was heartbroken, she was devastated, because she knew how much this would impact Mika, because Mika is very overprotective over her sister. She loves her sister with her dear heart, and the fact that she will feel guilt for the accident happening because she was the one who was driving. So at that very moment, Jules knew that no matter what happens from here on, she and Mika will just not make it, because of the circumstances, on how Mika will handle the situation, on how Mika will be going through a lot of grieving. So I'm really excited to see how everything will play out, because at this point you can see that Jules wants to proceed a relationship with Mika. She wants to be with Mika. And Mika also, before the accident, she told, Jules that she missed her, and that, basically they should try and rekindle things, because also Mika's sister also told Mika that hey, she's a keeper, so that also gave her that extra confidence in order to wanting to pursue Jules again. So they were actually gonna rekindle their relationship. They were actually gonna rekindle before the accident happened, so now that the accident did happen, and now that Claudia's, in this case Mika's sister Claudia, passed away, I know this will impact them a lot. I know. This case, Mika she will just disconnect from everybody. We don't know how she's gonna come back, because she also just woke up from a coma. She's also going through her health situations, and now also knowing that her sister is not there, she will be grieving, and not grieving, she will be blaming herself for it. And I know Jules will also not handle this. I feel like Jules will try her best to be there for Mika, and be very patient and understanding about it, because this is not like something that you take lightly. It's a very bad situation, and the circumstances for them to even think about having a relationship. So I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't know what is going to happen. Hopefully they can make it through it and give love a try. I know the circumstances of everything is not perfect. I know it's a bad situation, but hopefully Mika can find in her heart, to give Jules a genuine try, because after everything I saw, you can clearly see that Jules genuinely cares for Mika and that she wants to be with her, and after this will be a very big test in order to see how much they really want to be with one another. And this is the moment of their relationship where they can say that they really went through trials and tribulations, So we will have to see how this house season actually ends up playing out on Grey's Anatomy season 21. But I am super excited for it. Hopefully it does have a happy ending. So yes, guys, that's basically it. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I've also activated the super stickers to that channel, just in case any of you would like to make a small donation. Until the next video, and goodbye.